Hey guys, let's get into the show. Thank you guys for joining. Please don't forget to tap on that like. Hello everyone, and let's get into the show because I can't be on here too long. All right, this is our quick pop in for the afternoon pop in. Of course, everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. Let's jump in. Hey everyone, I see y'all coming in. So this morning in Car Chronicles, we talked about Chrisean calling out Blueface and saying that he was molesting Nevaeh's son because she's jealous that she said that Blueface spends more time with Nevaeh's son versus Chrisean Jr., which is her son, which, as I said this morning, Nevaeh's son would naturally spend more time with Blueface because they live in the same house, right? So let's get into Blueface's response to Chrisean. So Blueface, as you guys can see here, Hollywood Unlocked, claps back at Chrisean Rock, said that you want to be a part of the circus so bad, and that is indeed a circus. So let's get into what was said. All right. So it looks like Chrisean Rock was texting, says there's something about I'll bring it. I'm heading out now. It says I get there at 14. Is that okay? So it looks like she may be texting Blue. Say yes, I'll probably get there around 4:50. Says that we're here, but I don't know if I should get out the car or not. He said something about you get on. Laughing emoji, here I come. Said the jig is up, Chrisean. If you want to be a part of the circus so bad, but want to act bigger than the program. Says here I come, okay. Said I don't know, you always being weird, and I ain't trying to be in a weird mood. I'm chilling, to be honest. And mind you, this is 11:02 p.m. She should be home with Junior, right? Says that I'm not weird. I'm effed up. Says I'm pulling up Papa. So she's calling him Papa. I'm pulling up Papa. And then she comes back with Dada. Okay, so that's his baby mama calling it a circus, child. All right, so this is what he had to say.
Better tighten up. These bitches want your spot.
He's telling Nevaeh, which is his mother-to-be, she is expecting a baby by him any day now. She's telling Nevaeh, he's telling Nevaeh she better tighten up because these biatches want her spot. Okay, who wants that spot? I don't know anybody but Chrisean want that damn spot. But he's telling her to tighten up because Chrisean she's gunning for that spot. All right.
Hey, school good. Where my plate? Better tighten up. These bitches want your spot. Hey, school good. Where my plate?
So y'all see that, and he's making sure to do that on camera because he knows that bothers Chrisean. So it said the Blueface claps back at Chrisean Rock after she goes off on him for not being in their child's life. Again, I don't believe that Junior is his child. That's just my opinion. Blueface is also going live to say he does not believe that Chrisean's son is his son, but he has created like a bond with him. So every now and then he will see the child and interact with him, but ultimately, I do feel that is Ronnie's child, Ronnie Doe, who is no longer here with us because he was pow-powed while in a whole child custody and child visitation suit with Ronnie prior to his death, 1 week prior to his death. So, yeah, so y'all have that. And, of course, I told you guys about this morning how Chrisean says that Blueface was molesting Nevaeh's son. Again, I don't believe that. I really hope he's not doing no shit like that, but I don't believe that that's going on. I think Chrisean will say anything to make Blueface look a certain type of way when she's jealous of the other women that he interacts with when it's not her. So those are dangerous words because then you can get Child Protective Services coming over there and doing investigations on something that's not even an issue, right? Or maybe have her child removed, thinking that she's allowing some type of behaviors that should not be when it's really not going on. So she has to be careful doing that and saying that on social media like that. All right, so let's get into some things. I know we're tired. Some of you guys are tired of hearing about Nolan Wells. Sorry. Sorry, until we find out what's going on and what happened to him. Any new developments, we're going to have to cover it, okay? So if you guys are tired of hearing about it, kindly click off and then come back, okay? Because we're going to have to keep talking about it. Sorry. According to Hot 97, Yeah, Atlanta. Little Rail, who also donated money towards Nolan Wells' investigation as well. Shout out to him for doing that. He's a comedian. Little Rail on his decision to speak out about the death of Nolan Wells and balancing advocacy and entertainment. Okay, let's get into it because he stopped by the radio station to talk about that.
Recently, I spoke up for the Nolan Wells family.
Yeah,
and you contributed, you helped, you said what you had to say about. Yeah, it's more about not just about being funny, but I'm black first.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I feel like I understand it, but explain why you felt the need to do that in that moment and what you meant by that.
Well, it's been a lot the last few months, but like that, and just even with Carmelo Anthony, the young man, got 35 years, which is insane to me. For me, I'm in this place now, and I had to figure this out, but the way I was raised, the way my family is, the way they in Chicago, where they participate in the community, what they stand for, I feel like I kind of went away from that for a second. And when my pops died in January, I just was in this zone of just trying to figure out, not necessarily who I am, but like owning that. Like, I go, like how you was raised, bro. It was like reminders happening.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like, all right, you gotta stand for something. And then it got a little complicated. And I had to pray about this, but I'm like, God, how can I still stand for something and be okay with being an entertainer, right? And this is just, y'all know I'm a man of faith. And I literally heard God tell me, like, well, people need to laugh. People need the silly too.
Right.
So you can stand for something and be serious, but guess what? They need to be entertained because we can't sit in that all day.
That's right.
Because I don't.
Right.
I get upset. Guess what I do? I go to the movies. I watch Dumb and Dumber. It makes me happy. Seriously. Like, and so like, I'm like, oh, my gift is still doing what it's supposed to do. That don't mean I have to start doing like a bunch of like things that makes us over that thing, because we don't even remind us of what's happening. It's in the news every day.
Every day.
So I like that, which, not to promote the movie, but that's what we're supposed to be doing. Like, it's cool to make stuff to give people a break.
Yeah.
And once I figured that out and the balance of that, I'm like, oh, I could do both. So it's more or less about just, like it all started kind of with the roast and then, for me, it's just, I just like to just, I don't, people talk about freedom of speech all the time, but I think it goes both ways.
Yeah.
Just as much as we say we can say whatever we want, even just as comics, I can say if I don't like something too.
That's right. I agree with that.
Absolutely. And we had that, we were talking about the roast, and they asked me about it, and I said, I won't speak on it because I feel like as a comedian, I would never tell another comedian what to say or what not to say because I 100%. Know I say some stuff that's going to be offended to get me canceled. We all can do the same thing.
So I'm good. I don't say stuff like that. I'm in a movie. I don't say stuff like that.
When I saw you in the movie,
big screen.
I'm a movie star, man.
When I saw you speak on it, I was questioning. I'm like, should he speak on it because he's a comedian?
But I'm a black man, and I'm a boss, and I'm a father, and I'm a beast as a comic too.
Yeah,
I don't like lazy joke writing either.
Right.
You came out recently and spoke up for the Nolan Wells family.
Yeah,
and you contributed, you helped, you said what you had to say about. Yeah, it's more about not just about being funny, but I'm black first.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I feel like I understand it, but explain why you felt the need to do that in that moment.
Y'all heard that he gave a very generous donation as well for the Nolan Wells family and for Nolan Wells. So shout out to Lil Rel for doing that. He didn't have to. He has other things I'm sure that he has to worry about financially, but I think this case with Nolan Wells has touched a lot of people to where people just feel like, oh my God, like he's like somebody's little cousin or somebody's little brother or somebody's son, or everybody could resonate with what was going on with another black man who was taken away too soon. And I think everybody wants answers. Okay. Speaking of that, let's get into this coroner who they're doing some type of investigation on her, I see. So the chief medical examiner, they says a history of cover-ups. Let's take a look at this because this is interesting, right? This is not just for Nolan Wells. Let's get into this. Accused of ignoring and concealing, you guys, suspicious deaths of black victims in Mississippi. We kind of touched on that a little bit in previous videos, as well as I think in Car Chronicles this morning, where a lot of this stuff has been covered up. And I think what's going on here is we're trying to uncover. And a lot of content creators, shout out to them for continuing to talk about this and put up new developments as they run across them. But let's go ahead and get into this medical examiner, Stacey Turner. All right. Chief medical examiner Stacey Turner is accused of ignoring and concealing suspicious deaths of black victims in Mississippi. Families and advocates say that a pattern of controversial rulings has failed Black victims. Transparency and accountability are long overdue. Let's read into this, guys, because this is interesting, right? All right, so according to the Daily Play official, Mississippi medical examiner under renewed scrutiny says the questions surrounding Mississippi Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Stacey Turner continue to spark intense public debate after critics pointed to a pattern of controversial rulings involving the deaths of Black victims. Now, families, attorneys, and community advocates argue that several suspicious deaths were classified in ways that may have limited further criminal investigations, while others insisted in allegations deserve independent review. Now, we saw this also going on most recently with Nolan, right? There's a lot of red flags there. There's a lot of things that they also could have arrested people for. They're just sitting. And I feel like they're waiting to release their information in terms of the autopsy and what they found, their findings, until the second autopsy, because she knows she's been on some bullshit, right? So supporters of the family say that the issue extends beyond any single case, claiming the pattern has eroded public trust in Mississippi's death investigation system. Now, the controversy has gained renewed attention online as more people revisit past cases and demand greater transparency and accountability from state officials. I feel like she's helping cover up for higher constituents in this that's directly connected to this case with Nolan Wells. We already talked about one of the boys' mom is a judge. Another one is an attorney. So these are people that she's probably peers with, and she doesn't want to see their family go down because they're friends. They probably hang out. They've probably been to barbecues. You know, they've probably been to somebody's wedding or some type of family event. So to see their child's name come across her desk as a possible suspect in this crime with another Black person, yeah, she's gonna cover it up and say, oh yes, undetermined, even though this person had probably bullet wounds or knife stabs. We got to say that way for YouTube's sake. But y'all get what I'm saying, right? Even though there were findings, she swept it under the rug, say, oh, we found nothing. Next case, right? So whether future investigations lead to policy changes or additional reviews remains to be seen, but the growing calls for independent oversight continue to place Mississippi's forensics system under a national spotlight. Now, this is one of the reasons why Ben Crump and his team and everyone else involved in this Nolan Wells case decided to do a second autopsy / investigation, because one, they don't trust Mississippi's sheriff's and investigators' reports, and they also don't trust Chief Examiner Stacey Turner's findings and her coroner report because of the many previous reports that she overlooked and deemed to be non-finding when there were things that were there. And I get it now, right? She needs to be removed. She needs to be fired. She needs to be investigated. She needs to be let go. Fired, let go, all of the things that's connected to getting the fuck out of there, right? Because there's no way that all of these Black men who were, something happened to them by some figment of the imagination, that there are no findings in this. And these are covered up and concealed cases that people who have done things to these people have gotten away with it and moved on with their lives. And you guys are on to the next case to do the very same thing again. So I'm hoping that this stops with the Nolan Wells case and that they find what needs to be found. And if she puts out anything contrary to what this second autopsy has to say, she needs to face charges. Because that's, you take an oath, you take a vow to do your job in situations like this. And if you're covering for someone that's your peer, that's directly conflict of interest, and that's definitely uncouth. So we're going to keep our eyes definitely on this case. Nancy Grace is talking about it. Y'all know when Nancy Grace get on the case, baby, it's a wrap, right? Nancy Grace is going to be on somebody's ass. She is also a attorney as well, Nancy Grace is. So she's going to give us some legal aspect and insight, rather, on this Nolan Wells case as well. So we're going to get into that. Let's take a look at it. Okay, Nancy Grace. Let's see what she got to say. Nancy Grace is on the case. Our iconic TV journalist turns her attention to Nolan Wells. Let's see what she has to say. Shout out to E. Thomas. Okay.
Nolan Wells bombshell tonight. The dead teen's messages deleted after his body washes ashore. Caitlin. Now, allegations have reared their ugly head that his phone has been tampered with and items have been deleted. Explain.
They had his phone And when his mother was looking for his phone when he was missing, there were two different ways to identify it, either a Snapchat location or a Life 360 location. They showed different locations, which is very possible because one updates automatically, the other only updates when you open the app. But when she finally tracked it down, she says there was nothing on it from that day.
Nolan Wells bombshell tonight.
Okay, something else I saw that Nolan's phone was, I think, by facial recognition was the only way they could have opened his phone. So you had to be near him to get in his phone to delete anything, to even get in his phone, period, right? When they took his phone, whoever it was that did the deleting and went through his phone, the only way they could have opened his phone, because, I mean, he didn't do it by code, obviously, and if he had like a backup code, I'm pretty sure they didn't know it. So only way you could have opened his phone, I know that because my phone is by face recognition. So you would have to have put it up to his face to open his phone. So whoever did it definitely was near him when this crime was committed. So for them to say, we hadn't seen Nolan, he stayed back on the island. How was it that you guys had his phone enough to go in through his phone and delete things and tamper with whatever was going on in his phone, and then the phone was tracked back to said house when you guys said you didn't have it? That just gives weird vibes, that just give lies. It just gives so many other things that directly connects whoever had this phone to this case and this crime, right? So yeah, face recognition, you had to be near him to get in the phone. Absolutely. So let's read. Iconic TV journalist and legal analyst Nancy Grace has begun covering Nolan's case using her platform to highlight the unanswered questions surrounding 18-year-old Ocean Springs teen's death. Her coverage comes as Nolan's family continues to fight for transparency and accountability while investigators work towards presenting the case to a grand jury and the Jackson County Sheriff's Office completes its investigation, which I don't know if I'm going to trust what they got to say, but we'll see. Many people online welcome Grace's involvement, saying that they hope her track record of keeping high-profile cases in public eye or in the public eye will bring even more attention to Nolan's story and the family's pursuit to justice or of justice. So hopefully Nancy Grace putting this on her platform, because she's been able to bring a lot of light, okay, from Natalie Holloway's story and other bigger stories and other deaths and unfortunate situations. She's talked about them, and voila, we got answers. So shout out to Nancy Grace for jumping on the case, right? I know that rhyme, didn't it? So shout out to Nancy. We ain't got nothing against you yet, Nancy. You got to keep talking right, though. All right, you got to keep talking right. Stay on this case. If you can get some justice or help some justice be served, absolutely. All right. So let's move on to the next thing. We'll take it, Nancy. We'll take it. I ain't got nothing against you right now. As long as you keep talking right, doing what you're doing. Okay. Once you get off the beaten path, we're going to have to tear off in your ass too. So let's get into it. ATL Black Star has put out another video which shows Nolan alive and well on the boat, honey. Alive and well. Investigators reviewing a video that may capture Nolan Wells' final known hours. Let's get into it. No sound, guys. This is no sound. This is him here, they're saying. Okay. Many boats out there that day for July 4th, as you guys can see. People in the water. But here's Nolan right here coming up. Boom. Gray shorts. They already say he had gray shorts. Obviously, he didn't have a shirt on because he's probably getting in and out of the water, but they're saying that's Nolan. They're saying that's him. So, I mean, we can actually place him there. He was there. And he was actually seen on this boat. So they're saying that that is who that is. Okay. So a newly obtained video, I'm gonna let that just keep playing as I read to you guys. A newly obtained video may show Nolan Wells on Horn Island just hours before he disappeared. The footage recorded at 2:23 p.m. on July 4th shows a man standing on the back of a boat wearing swim trunks that appear to match the pair that Nolan was photographed wearing earlier that day. However, the man's face is not visible and authorities have not confirmed that that is Nolan. I feel like it's him. The person who recorded the video reportedly turned it over to the Jackson County Sheriff's Office, where investigators are now aware of the footage. Now, if the man is confirmed to be Nolan, it could become the last known image of the 18-year-old before his friend's boat left the island around 4:30 p.m. without him. Now, said that Nolan's body was recovered along Horn Island shoreline on July 6th as his family continues pushing for answers surrounding his death. They go on to say, we will continue to give updates on this case as they are released. To find the latest information, of course, TMZ is the source of this original source because they did post it first, as they always do. And other publications I see have picked it up as well. So I think that's Nolan. I really do. For them to say, oh, we don't know where he was. He didn't get on the boat. Clearly, we seen him on a boat. This looks like the same, boat that they're saying that he may have been on that left the island that day. So, and we see some other kids and other people, around the water here. It looks like everybody's just out having a good old time on the fort. It's hot that day, so they're out swimming and enjoying the lake or whatever that is out there, ocean, lake, whatever it is. But that does appear to be him. So that's a viable video of him on this damn boat. So they're gonna need to figure out what the fuck is going on as pertaining to Nolan and his whereabouts around those times that they're saying that he went missing. All right, let's move on from the Nolan Wells case. All right, this is our last topic because you guys know that pop-ins are just that, honey. Pop-ins. We pop in to get y'all the news you can use, and we got to get out of here. Okay? Woo, child. So last topic, let's get into it. Malcolm Jamal Warner, as you guys know, yesterday they celebrated 1 year, his 1 year death, all right? The anniversary of his death, 1 year. But then some unfortunate news just landed in our laps today, according to the Neighborhood Talk and other publications reporting as well that Malcolm Jamal Warner's widow, which would be his wife, sues his mother for $1.2 million, you guys, claims that the late actor failed to honor financial promises outlined in their prenup and now wants her cut. Now, this has to be a slap in the face because, as you guys know, Malcolm Jamal Warner and the mother already said when he passed away that they were very close. They had a very close relationship. So for this to be the anniversary, 1 day after the anniversary of his death, for her to now be slapped with this lawsuit and for this to come out, this has to be a double whammy for her. I'm pretty sure this brought up old, grieving moments for her. She's probably been crying and dealing with that. So then to be slapped with a lawsuit over some money issues that the wife is claiming. I get it. She does have to survive. They have a child together. But this couldn't have come at the worst time, right? I get it. There was a prenup and all of this other stuff going on. I don't know. Let's read to see why this is happening. Ain't that crazy? Yeah, she's suing for $1.2 million, y'all. Damn. So Malcolm Jamal Warner's widow, Tanisha Warner, is reportedly suing his mother, Pamela Warner, seeking at least $1.2 million from the Warner Family Trust. Now, she claims that the late actor failed to fulfill several promises outlined in their May 2022 prenuptial agreement before his death, making her a creditor of his estate. It said that if you recall, the Cosby Show star drowned while on vacation in Costa Rica in July of 2025. That was last year at the age of 54. Now it says on the 1 year anniversary of his passing, Tanisha filed the lawsuit against Pamela Warner on the anniversary. Damn, girl. What the? Why would you do that on the anniversary of his death where you know that's going to... Oh, God, let's keep going. On the 1 year anniversary of his passing, Tanisha, which is the wife, filed a lawsuit against Pamela Warner, which is his mother, who now serves as the successor trustee of the family trust. This had to be horrible. Now, according to the complaint, Tanisha says that she fulfilled her obligation under the agreement by marrying Malcolm Jamal Warner and remaining married to him until his death. However, she claims that he never fulfilled several financial promises, including obtaining a $1 million life insurance policy naming her as the sole beneficiary, paying her $5,000 a month as his chief of staff, giving her $16,000 each year on their wedding anniversary, funding a tax-free retirement account for her, and maintaining college funds for their children. So they don't have just one child, but two children. So the lawsuit also states that the descendant died without having satisfied his obligations under the agreement, and no person or entity has paid or provided the sums due to plaintiff under the agreement. This is so unfortunate. I get it, there's agreement. I get it that things may have been signed off on, but the timing is just sucky, right? It sucks. And it kind of makes her look like a fucking gold digger. But I get it. Like I said, this is some type of contractual thing that they conjured up prior to his death. Obviously, he didn't finish handling what he needed to handle. No one, I don't think they even thought that this shit was going to happen last July, July 20th of 2025, that he was going to be found drowned in Costa fucking Rica. I just don't think that they thought that shit was going to happen. But let's continue. Tanisha is seeking at least $1.2 million plus interest and attorney's fees. She also filed a creditor claim against her late husband's estate and is asking the court to prevent Pamela Warner from distributing assets from the family trust while the case is being litigated. So that means mama can't move no money till she get hers. That's what she's saying. Mama, you can't move no money. That's what she's filing, a motion to prevent the mother from moving any money from that trust. To make it look like ain't no money there, so she can't pay her. That's what she's saying. Yeah, I know what you up to, mama, and I'm making sure you don't move none of this money from this fucking trust until I get my cut of the 1.2 million that I was promised. Ooh, that's some harsh shit, right? Y'all, what y'all think about that? My God. That's why you got to handle your business. I tell people that all the time. Don't wait until something happens to be trying to scurry out here and then try to, tie up loose ends as related to that. Because accidents or just the accidents happen. You may not have a chance to go and sign off on this and run down there and handle this and run down there and handle that. Funeral expenses are high ASF. That's add up. So you got to make sure your shit is together, right? Loved ones, people die. You can go to the store and somebody can slam into you and you gone. So if you don't have your business, Black people, we are the procrastinators of procrastinators. We think that we have all the time in the world to handle things. And I know things can be a little tight. A lot of people are living check to check. But if you could have life insurance policies and things like that, shit, if something happens to me right now, my husband and my son are fine. Everything is going to run as smooth as it needs to move. And that's how I have that shit set up on my end. My husband as well. If something happens to him, my son and I, we're good. Go ahead and put in paper and have that shit notarized who you want to be your sole beneficiary and who will be next up in line. In the event that something happens, go ahead and let said person know if you're married, your spouse should know how you want to be put away. Do you want to be cremated? Do you want to have a funeral? How much are you guys looking to spend? Like all of this stuff should already be planned out. But, usually, like I said, in this case here, no one planned for Malcolm Jamal Warner to go on vacation and get into a situation where he drowned, where he could not handle his business fully as he needed to. Of course, with him having a very tight relationship with his mother, she's the person who is over the estate, and unfortunately she's being sued at this very unfortunate time, 1 year anniversary of his death. I'm pretty sure she wasn't counting on that shit to happen while she's probably grieving and crying and dealing with the loss of her son. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's still fresh. 1 year is not enough time, right? I know I've lost a very close person to me. 1 year is not enough time to get over something like that. Your child especially, right? So Black people, all people, anybody who's listening to me under the sound of my voice, please handle your business. Please handle your business. All right. There are life insurance policies out there that they make affordable for you. Please make sure you handle your business. You don't want people fighting at funerals over who getting what. How you gonna pay this? The funeral home harassing the shit out of you because you got to pay for this damn funeral. Yes, a lot of funeral homes will let you be on a payment plan, but handle your business, people. Handle your business. This goes to show. And this lady want her money. If Malcolm said he's going to pay her X amount of dollars, then shit. Let's go back up. That's a lot of money though. He's supposed to take $1 million life insurance policy in her name. $5,000 a month is what he's supposed to be paying her to be the chief of staff. $16,000 each year for every wedding anniversary. So every year that they were married, she's supposed to get $16,000 each year. Damn, that's a nice little come up right there. That's a nice come up. So shit. That's unfortunate. Hopefully they can figure this out and be amicable while they do it. But unfortunately, I don't see that happening because she want her fucking money. Y'all sound out, child. Let me go to comments right quick. We're going to get out of here. Grandma 504 Wild announced that this is so sad on all levels. It is. It is. Get a life insurance policy, D Nice said. Yes, please do. Handle your business out here, honey. Handle your business. Yes, God. All right. Sunshine Ray said that she is showing that she really married him for money. This is sad. You said it. And never let anything, D-Nice says, and never let anything related to property go into probate. Yes, right. So here in California, it could take years for resolution dealing with probate courts. It can. That's why you gotta have a will, have a living will and trust, honey. Have who you want over your stuff and have that shit done the right way and have it notarized. Okay, because once the state touch it, you got to go through loopholes and all types of legal shit to get that out. You got to hire attorneys, then you got to pay your attorney's fee. That shit can snowball into something that just, oh my God, out of control, right? With his mother also being his manager, according to Deborah Holder, he probably had her on a living trust. So even if he was married, she may not get anything as far as a trust. Seems like he had her on a life insurance policy. Yeah, she said he's supposed to have one for $1 million. Tam C says that, well, this marriage was business arrangement. Kind of seemed like that, right? Because she was to the T of, well, he said he was going to give me this $16,000, $5,000 here, da, da, da. Like, damn, like they literally sat down. This sounds like something she might have orchestrated. I don't know, right? I don't know. I don't know if somebody said, well, if we stay married every year that I stay married to you now, make sure I get $16,000. Like, did you marry for love or money? That's what it's giving. Grandma 504 Wilding Out says that death brings out the worst in people. Yes. I've seen that firsthand in my family when somebody died. When my granddad died, there was a lot of shit going on, right? And it pissed me off even more because I felt like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? This person is no longer here. The staple in our family, my grandfather was just like, you know, he was that dude. He was that dude that everybody looked up to him with respect. When he was no longer here, it's like everybody was just batshit crazy. Everybody was on some other shit. And I was like, why are we focusing on this versus grieving properly and everybody coming together? That's, you know, when a person dies, you're supposed to come together and embrace everybody and uplift people, but you got people worried about things. Like that made me so mad. That made me mad. That really made me mad. And it really made me look into my shit like, okay, yeah, let me get my shit together. Because what we not going to be doing is having no mess if something were to ever happen to me. God forbid. I don't want my husband stressed the fuck out trying to figure out how to handle this and what to do with that. Like, no. Lost Soul says that a black woman of a son would never. Child. All right. D-Nice says that, wow, if not written in the living trust, verbal words are just that. Words. That's right. That's right. It says that not sure how her relationship was. And is with the mom. I'm pretty sure they ain't gonna be speaking after this shit. The mom definitely ain't about to be working with her after this. You done sued her for 1.2 million and she crying about her son. Baby, she ain't about to work with you. This is getting ready to be handled strictly legally. Watch what I tell you. This is gonna get nasty. Tam C says that this marriage seems arranged. He does. Sunshine Ray says that why is Malcolm Widow doing this? Said that they all should be getting along. I am sure that would be what Malcolm would want for them. Absolutely. But a lot of times when there's a lot of money and things involved, people go crazy. I'm telling you, I've seen it happen. All right. Thankfully, I didn't have to deal with that when that shit hit real close to home with me. Like that shit was already panned out as to who get what gets what. All right. I mean, I'm the oldest, so I'm the oldest over here. Okay. So we had to do all that shit. Lost Soul said that this is what happens when you marry a Becky. Ooh, I don't think she's a Becky though. Let me look at the picture again. I don't think she's a Becky. I think she may be mixed, maybe black, just light skin. I don't think she's a Becky. This is his wife here. Malcolm Jamal Warner. This is them on their wedding day. I made sure to put a picture up here. I don't think she's white. I think she's black. I think she just maybe mixed or just light skin. I don't know, child. I don't know her nationality, but she appears to be black, I guess. It's a hot ass mess though. My lady says that it's not that many black people on the island. It's not that many black people on the island. Y'all said that Nancy was very biased with the Texas case. I didn't get to watch any of her updates as related to Carmelo Anthony. And I'm probably have to go watch now just to see what she was saying. So y'all are talking about that. Let's see. They said, let's go, Nancy Grace. Yeah, Nancy Grace be on her shit. I love it. Lasso said that miss me with Nancy Grace. She is an ambulance chaser. Oh, is she? Sometimes she hit the mark though. So I'm trying to give her a chance. Like I said, I love to give everybody a chance until you show me different. If she get to talking that bullshit, then I'm gonna have to go ahead and be like, yeah, Nancy, I'm done with your ass too. You and them fried bangs are yours. I'm sick of your ass. Get on out of here. I'm gonna be on that. Take you and them fried bangs with you, Nancy damn Grace. Okay. Somebody said she looks high yellow. I think she's black. I think Malcolm Jamal Warner's wife is black. Deborah Holder said that everyone please have a living trust. A living will is only as good as far as your things, not property. Yeah, get your shit together. Black people, stop procrastinating, honey. Tomorrow is not promised. Again, accidents are just that. You don't know when nothing's going to happen. And if and when it happens, you want to make sure that you got your stuff in order, right? You don't want the state coming in, taking over your property, something that you work hard for because you don't have the shit spelled out and properly handled legally the way that it needs to be. You don't want your family members fighting and having to spend more money to handle your business when all you had to do was do it while you're here, right? Have all that stuff spelled out. So I do not count no money until it's physically in my hand or bank account. Boom, there you go. Okay, because that shit can go either way. When it hit that account and you check, okay, yeah, we good. I don't do that either. You don't count like they said, don't count them damn chickens before they hatch. You better not. Because anything can monkey wrench be thrown up in there at any moment. Tam C says that no, I think she may be Latina. You think so? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up. I don't know. Matter of fact, what are we talking about? Let's see. What is Malcolm Jamal Warner's wife? Not that it matters, not that it matters if whatever, because he loved her. That let's see. Let's be nosy right quick. We're gonna see what she is, though. If she's a Becky, that's gonna tell me all I need to know. Okay. If she's a damn Becky, I'm gonna know something in here. I put it, she black. Let's see what they say. They said yes. I asked if she black. They said yes. Malcolm Jamal Warner's wife, Tanisha Warner, is black. Said in a podcast interview before his passing, Warner described her as a black. Oh, she's black and Puerto Rican. So y'all know anytime you mix with something, they always resonate with black. So she, like I said, she is mixed, black and Puerto Rican. So she is mixed. I had that right. This is it. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, she is black and Puerto Rican. So okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, not that it's a race thing. We don't care. I don't care. But yeah, just for you, so you guys will know. Let's get out of here. Let's get a couple more comments, then we're gonna get out of here. Let's see. Deborah Holder says that Don Lemon had Nancy Grace on his podcast this morning. Really? I'm gonna have to check it out to see what they're saying. So let's go real detective. Hey, y'all know I be on it, child. I'm gonna dig up something here in a minute. Deborah Holder, this is gonna be the last one because I gotta go, guys. Okay, this is supposed to be a quick pop in, and I'm going over a little bit more than I wanted to. Deborah Holder says that please have a living trust or a rollover trust on your home in case you pass away, so your children or spouse can avoid probate court. Absolutely, probate court, that shit can get expensive because you got to keep going back until you have that shit settled. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, you want to be in a court, you want to be enjoying the fruits of your labor and what you was left, what was left behind for you. So yeah. But handle your business. We said all that to say this. Handle your business. Make sure you have all your stuff taken care of. If you don't know how to do that, you can go to the courthouse. They can explain that to you, or talk to an attorney. They can explain to you how you need to handle your stuff. Definitely look into getting a will and how much cost and all that will be. Go ahead and start looking into that now instead of waiting, because like I said, tomorrow's not promised to anyone, and we don't want some type of unfortunate situation to happen, and then you got to, be running around trying to figure out how you're going to handle this or this. All right. Because that's how things get very expensive. I'm not a procrastinator. I go ahead and do shit when I need to, because listen, I hate being in stressful situations. And that's why I push myself to go ahead and handle what I need to when it needs to be done. So thank you all for being here. I think we all learned today that don't put things off. Don't put off tomorrow what you can do today, right? With this Malcolm Jamal Warner case, it's very unfortunate. Also, we're going to continue talking about Nolan Wells. In this case, we're also going to keep Carmelo Anthony lifted up in prayer in terms of also looking into whatever else we can get as far as his case goes and where it goes from where it is. All right. So we don't have no updates on Carmelo as of yet. Hence the reason we haven't talked about him in a couple of days, but I would definitely keep my eyes on the prize as far as that goes. And when I get that news, I'm like the Lord, I will not withhold any good thing from you. All right. When I find out, so will you. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you to my top flight mods, Rose Armstead, True TV Podcast, and Tiffany Thomas. Thank y'all for doing an awesome job of modding. Also, thank you so much to all any content creators that may have joined us live on our channel. Let's get out of here until the next one. Bye.
Girl, Caramel, let them know. Yeah, you know it's your girl Caramel. Yeah, you know it's your girl Caramel. Stay coming through, giving all the people hell. She got the dopest piping tea, can't you tell? If you want the real spill, ring that bell. Join the Caramelian crew right now. Whole squad lit, we don't back down. Kick back, relax, enjoy the show. But hit that like button dope. Stepping in the room, whole vibe shift quick. Pressure on 10, yeah, the tea stay thick. No cap, no filter, straight facts I spit. If it's hot in the streets, I'm addressing it. Caramel dripping, sweet but savage. Mic in my hand, I do real damage. Comment section jumping, crew stay active. Caramellian gang interactive. I don't sugarcoat, I tell lies. Real recognize, real every time I slide. If the drama too loud, I amplify. Cause you know that she's a vibe, certified. Yeah, you know it's your girl Caramel. Stay coming through, giving all the people hell. She got the dopest piping tea, can't you tell? If you want the real spill, ring that bell. Join the Caramellian crew right now. Whole squad lit, we don't back that down. Kick back, relax, enjoy the show. But hit that like button though. Like, coming, subscribe. We outside. Like, coming, subscribe. We outside. Caramellian crew worldwide. Turn the volume up real loud. She a whole mood, no doubt. Yeah. It's your girl, Caramel. Stay vibing, stay subscribed. Let them know.